Alright, let's do a quick little check, make sure we're okay. Perfect. Hello everyone, welcome to PGR League Racing. I am your host, Sidonian Muse. Tonight, we are here for the 8th race of our 9th season here in PGR, and tonight we are racing in beautiful Belgium on this iconic track that everyone knows and for the most part loves, and that is Spa. One of, if not the longest track on the calendar, I believe. In terms of race distance, it's definitely up there with the likes of Singapore, which we actually have next weekend. But before we get into our short qualifying session, we're going to have a quick pre-race interview with one of our drivers. Tonight we're going to be interviewing Stoney Stewart in the Alfa Romeo. So let's get him in here for a quick little chat before the race. Stoney is one of our Alfa Romeo drivers racing with his teammate Bad Madu, both of them here tonight. Hello, hello.
Hey, you got me?
Just gonna check there, make sure. Let me see if that comes through. Just gonna check there. Yeah, I got you there. Yeah, perfect. Alrighty, man. Tonight we're racing in Spa. How do you feel about this track? I've never asked you before what your feelings on Spa are.
I mean, honestly, Spa is one of my favorite tracks, but in this game, I feel real inconsistent with it. It just feels, I don't know, the grip just doesn't feel like it should be there, and it's not.
Yeah, fair,
But
fair.
and then the track limits seem a little inconsistent, but I don't know. I'm gonna be a little surprised if I finish.
Yeah, man, it's tricky, and you're 100% right about the track limits. It's gonna be interesting to see how many penalties people pick up here tonight, because, like you said, you're trying to go flat up a rouge and then cross over or something, and then oh, penalty, warning, oh, penalty there. Like, it all
Yeah,
adds up.
but everyone's got to deal with it, so we'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, obviously, talking about your season so far, you've had some big highs and some big lows. You had your first win in PGR in a while at Portugal. Great showing there from you, man. One of your best drives so far that I've ever seen. And last week, you and Drupally had tragic DNFs on the final lap of Austria. So, what's your realistic expectation for tonight? Like, where are you hoping? I know you just said like you're hoping to finish, but are you hoping to finish like in the top 5, or are you just trying to get in the points?
I mean, I don't know, like if I don't know, I just kind of hope I finish tonight. It just I've been practicing and it just feels so inconsistent that I'm gonna be surprised if I don't put it in the wall, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. So do you find the Alfa Romeo, have you been less consistent with that over the Mercedes, or do you find the Mercedes more twitchy than the Alfa?
I think they're about the same, to tell you the truth. I honestly, it's it's hard for me to get in a rhythm in this game to really tell. So
Yeah.
so but I don't know. I think they're about the same for me.
Yeah, I can see that both of them. We're here on equal performance. Not going to be too big of a difference. It's more of a mental how it just feels. The muscle memory and all that.
Yeah.
Uh, but like you said, I think it's going to be about survival because this track is so big compared to a lot of the others on the calendar that everyone's going to be spread out a little bit more, and you're kind of just going to be by yourself trying not to spin. Uh, is going to be the key. Now, obviously, going forward after this race, though, we got lots more to come. We got Singapore, Canada, etc. Have you thought about anything coming up in the season, like what your goal for the season is? Like, do you have like something in mind that you're trying to reach?
I'm just I don't know if there's any way I could just be a little more consistent. It's just so inconsistent for me on this game, and hopefully I can figure that out.
Yeah, me, you and me both. I know what you're talking about, man. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like the zero track, with zero traction, you're just sometimes you're at the whim of this game. Sometimes it's like not even realistic to what it should be, but
Yeah, and
everyone.
I think because I jump off of different sims, that doesn't help. So if I
Yeah,
played this strictly this, it might help a little more, but I don't know.
yeah, man. Now, I don't know if you were practicing with the guys tonight or if you've done any practices during the week, but is there anyone you think we should be watching out for tonight that you think could do some damage here?
I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't able to practice with the guys too much this week. I did my own, but I'm sure the usual suspects will be up there, like vodka and if I remember from the past, Firewater's pretty good here if he's going to show up. I don't know if he's going to show up,
He's
but yeah.
actually he's actually not. Firewater is not going to be here tonight.
Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, I probably the usual suspects. If Wooly's here and vodka, I think they'll probably have a good battle.
Yeah, for sure, man. But we're gonna get into the qualifying here now, so I'm gonna let you go. But thanks for joining me, man, for this quick little pre-race interview, and good luck to you and Bad. Hopefully, the two of you guys bring home a good performance for bring home some good points for Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. We need it.
Yeah, man. Alrighty. Good luck. That was Stoney Stewart, one of our Alfa Romeo drivers, with his teammate Bad Madu. Looking to have a good showing. We're gonna see who's here tonight. Looks like we got 14 guys. Like I said, Firewater's not going to be here tonight. Also, I believe Wooly might not be here tonight either. So, right now we got 14 guys. And something big to point out is we have had a driver move, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a swap. You saw him in the past few weeks in the Red Bull, but now Greybush has moved to the McLaren. But unfortunately, his teammate, the first race in the McLaren, and he's the only one. But hey, at least someone's going to be repping the McLaren tonight. So that's good to see. We still got both our Mercedes, a Slim and Slingshot. Vodka and his teammate Watchman, the Alpha Tower here. Vodka got his teammate here tonight. It'll be interesting to see. Abrupt and Smoke in the Ferrari. Both of them had a great showing last week at Austria. Looking to, with a 1-point lead to Alpha Tower, they're going to be looking to extend that lead even further tonight in the constructors. We got Abe here tonight in the Aston Martin. Like I said, it looks like Wooly is missing, so he's going to be by himself. Same thing with Druply in the Haas. His teammate Redline not here tonight. We got CeeLo Racing in the Williams, and then finally we have the two Alpines of Great Ace and J-Max. Back at it once more. But here we go. We're going to get into things here now shortly. And we'll see how this goes. Like I said, Spa's a long track. So the guys aren't going to have too many opportunities to post times in this session compared to some of the other tracks. They're not going to get nearly as many chances. And because it's a longer timed lap, there's also more time to make mistakes. So for some of these guys, this is definitely going to be one of their trickiest qualifying sessions of the entire season, I'd say. Especially guys who aren't as big of a fan here, some other guys. But my personal opinion from what I've seen, hanging around the practice sessions, looking at the guys' times, if I was a betting man on who I think is going to be fighting for the win here tonight, I would imagine we're going to see Abrupt in the Ferrari fighting for his first win of the season. Past 2 weeks in a row now, he's been slowly closing the gap to Vodka. And I believe tonight he's going to take another step even further towards that. So Abrupt is definitely going to be out here looking to get his first win, not just of the season, but in a long time in PGR. He's gotten several second place finishes this season, but no, he has not stood on the he hasn't stood on the top platform of the podium though yet. So he'll be up there fighting, and I believe Druply in the Haas is someone else to watch. He's been talking about how much he is a big fan of Spa and how quick he is here. So I'm expecting great things from Drupal here tonight as well, especially since, you know, he wants to fight back after that unfortunate DNF in the final lap at Austria. Definitely wants to bounce back after that, show what he got. So I would not be surprised to see Abrupt and Droop duking it out tonight for the win. Here we go. We got our first drivers coming out now. Drupal and Vodka already out on their outlaps. As per the usual, Vodka going to be the first one around to start a hot lap, so we're going to hold on with him for the moment. So like I said, the guys aren't going to have a ton of lap opportunities because of how long this track is. So you can see pretty much almost everyone is already coming out of the pits. So it's going to be a busy track at the beginning here. Apologies. Clearing my throat before we get into it here. Vodka is coming around up towards the final 2 turns, and then he's going to start his hot lap. So let's hold on with Vodka as he starts the train of hot laps that are all about to begin one after the other. We'll see, starting off here, who can get the quickest time going up Eau Rouge here with his first sector. If you mess this up, you're going to be losing time all the way down the straight. It's very imperative you get this right. Looks like he does. So Vodka, as long as he doesn't invalidate, he will set the benchmark time to beat. Starting off, only 2 guys. Well, really busy track. Only 2 guys still in the pits, CeeLo and Stoney. Nice job, Vodka, taking that turn. If you don't get that turn right as well, you'll also be losing a ton of time. Look like the trouble there with the Mercedes of Slingshot coming through the second sector. Someone having some trouble there. Here we go. Vodka crosses the line, and he posts a 146.2. Great time from Vodka there to start things off. Let's hop back and see what Droop's going to post. It's not going to be faster than Vodka. He's going to have to go again. Who is coming behind Drooply? Let's see. We got, is that Slingshot coming around? Yes, it is. Slingshot coming around the final turn there. He's going to get a time on the board. 149. Of course, he's going to want to go again. Greybush posted 156. He's definitely going to want to go again as well. A lot of these guys still getting, still heating up their tires, it looks like. Again, it's so easy to make a mistake here. One little thing and our whole lap time is ruined. I think we see a, oh no, Stoney is still in the pits. It's actually, Ferrari of Abrupt who's coming in, who's going around there now. But we're on board with Smoke, his teammates, see what Smoke can post. But as we can see there now, we also have a time from Slim, the 151.7. Both Mercedes already with times on the board. And let's see what Smoke can do in these final final 2 turns. Ran perfectly fine. Crosses the line, and Smoke is gonna post the second fastest time at the moment at 147.1. But still, no one even coming close to Vodka victory at the moment. No one else has even touched the 146s yet. But again, only half the grid have times at the moment. So let's see, Vodka's teammate coming around now. Watchman gonna cross the line. He's gonna get a time on the board, it looks like. And boom, there you go. Great time from Watchman, 147.4. It's gonna put him up in third for the moment. And just behind him in fourth is Great Ace, who also just crossed the line there with the 147.6. Though Great Ace hasn't validated this current time, so he's gonna have to go all the way around again. Only 11 minutes left of the qualifying session. We still have 4 guys who have not posted times yet. J-Max also got a time down now as well. Great Ace's teammate, 154.4. But there we go. We're just talking about Smoke. I believe it was Smoke. Oh no, sorry, it was Abrupt. Abrupt slots in just ahead of his teammate there. The second 146 of the session, a 146.9. But still 7/10 off of Vodka victory. Still unable to touch Vodka's time. Vodka showing everyone up for now. But we'll see once more rubber gets put down on the track. Some of these other guys might be able to improve their time some more. We'll see if anyone else can compete with Vodka. What do we got? We got a big group of guys coming around the final sector here now, it looks like. Looks like they're all bunched up behind Watchman. Again, looks like all these guys are not going to be able to beat their current times, though. We'll hold on with Slingshot, though. Just to see, but... Great eggs on that final corner, though, from Slingshot. Can he beat his time? Yes, he can, but only by a 10th. Slingshot currently in 6th. 149.3. Still, you can see that he's struggling a little bit here. Especially on that first turn. Braking way too late. Coming through there. Gonna hop on with CeeLo Racing at the moment, coming around the final sector. About to put a time down. Oh, and there we go. While we're watching CeeLo, Bad Madu in the Alfa Romeo, who's out on the mediums, posted 147.7, slotting him into the middle there. 6th. Really solid time from Bad, especially on the mediums. Good stuff to him. And now CeeLo crosses the line, and CeeLo posts the second fastest time of the qualifying so far, 146.4. Now only 2/10 off of Vodka. Slotting himself in there between Vodka and Abrupt. Super solid first time from CeeLo. He is going to go again, though. He wants to try to take pole away from Vodka. It looks like he definitely has the pace to do so. Looks like there's some struggling going on. there. Looks like Slingshot still run a little bit wide. For the second sector now, everyone has times except for Stoney, who is now out on his outlap. But his teammate Bamadou is doing good, so he's going to try to match Bad or even better him if possible. Slingshot's not going to be improving here. Is Greybush going to be improving here as he comes through the final sector? No, he's not. He's going again. Someone's driving real slow there. Looks like J-Max, who's currently invalidated his time. CeeLo Racing coming through here now. Going up to the final sector. But he's way behind this time. He's not going to be able to improve either, it doesn't look like. So we'll hop on with Stoney, who still hasn't posted a time yet. He's coming through the second sector now. We're just talking to him, Mr. Stoney Stewart in the Alfa Romeo. Let's see what he can do. Six and a half minutes left. And this entire time Vodka has still held the fastest lap. But his teammate Watchman also with a pretty good time, still with the fifth fastest time at the moment. Good stuff to Watchman, looking pretty sharp here tonight, must say. Still hasn't gotten a point yet this season in PGR. Oh, but there we go. Stoney Stewart with the 146 flat takes provisional pole for the moment from Vodka. And that is going to be the new time to beat. 6 minutes remaining. Can anyone top Stoney's time? That is the question. Definitely a couple who can do it. Vodka and CeeLo not too far behind that time. On board with CeeLo right now. We're going to wait and see if he can improve on his time. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like Droopy had made an error there. Ran a little wide. But yeah, wicked lap from Stoney there. Gotta say. Looks like there's definitely a couple people who could come out victorious tonight. We got 4 146s at the moment. Stoney almost even had a 145 there. But I would not be shocked to see a 145 before this qualifying session is over. But nope, CeeLo is going to pull into the pits. See, Watchman currently invalidated. He's going to have to go into the pits as well. Droopy going around again, trying to improve his time. Droopy still with that 154.2. Which is crazy. Droopy still unable to improve his time. It's a really shocking qualifying session from the Haas driver. As he makes his way around the McLaren. But yeah, I wonder what is up with Droopy. Seems like he's pushing really hard. As he should, but you gotta keep it within the lines, or else it's all gonna be for nothing. Coming through the final sector. Let's see if he can secure this and move himself up near the top. When we see there, it says Greybush has left the session. I wonder what happened there, if he lagged out or something. Right now, Greybush is at the back in terms of the times. But Droopy crosses the line and moves himself up into 4th with the 146.5. Making him the 5th person to post a 146 tonight. Moves just ahead of Abrupt. It's good stuff to him. Real solid lap time there. Just trying to see who else is up on their time right now. Who can possibly improve. As we see there, Slim is up 8/10 now coming through the second sector, but still won't be enough to move him up a position. He needs to save more time than that. 2.5 minutes remaining. His teammate Slingshot coming around here now. Crosses the line, and Slingshot improves up to the 148s, but again, still not enough to move up a position, I'm afraid. Abrupt is going around again. He's only going to have like about one, possibly only one more chance at this. At getting a better time. This is his teammate Smoke's last opportunity as well, it looks like. A couple of guys coming around here now. A lot of guys starting their final runs here now, it looks like. Like I said, Graybush had left the session for some reason. Not sure if that was intentional or if he lagged out. But regardless, Graybush is going to start from the back, unfortunately. His first race in the McLaren. And he's already going to be on the back foot. Less than a minute remaining now. Babadoo coming around. He's going to have one final opportunity to improve his time. Everyone else. We're going to watch as everyone comes around now to get their final laps in. Looks like Slingshot is not going to be improving with this lap. Ferrari have Abrupt behind him now. Abrupt currently up by 7/10, it looks like there. So we're going to hold on with Abrupt. See how he takes these final two turns. And if he's able to improve his time overall. Because right now his teammate Smoke actually has a faster time than him. But it looks like Abrupt is going to have a serious improvement here. Druply retiring from the session with the time he has. Abrupt crosses the line. And there we go. Abrupt in the Ferrari moves up to third with 146.3. Good stuff to him. Ahead of CeeLo there. And Druply and his teammate. That's going to be it for Vodka. Vodka's final time, the 146.1. Stoney's invalidated. That's going to be it for him. Abrupt's going to get to have one last go at it. Slingshot's retired now. Slingshot's looks like he's going to be starting in 10th. CeeLo coming around here to post his final time. What's it going to be? CeeLo racing, crossing the line, and the Williams takes provisional pole from Stoney Stewart with the first 145 of the session. I told you we were going to get at least one 145 before the end of this, and we did from CeeLo on the PlayStation in the Williams car. Snipes pole away from Stoney at the last possible second. Who else is still out on track? It's going to be it for Abrupt's teammate Smoke. It looks like Abrupt is the only person left out on track at the moment in the Ferrari, giving it one final push lap. Let's see what Abrupt can do. Can he improve? Coming around into the final sector. It's not really looking like it. It's looking like he's a bit far off there, yeah. Unfortunately, Abrupt not going to be able to improve with his time, so that's going to be it. Abrupt is going to start in 4th. And ladies and gentlemen, you saw it there, you saw it yourselves. CeeLo Racing is going to be starting from pole position here in Belgium at Spa. He's going to be starting on the front row with Stoney Stewart. And on the second row, we're going to have Vodka lining up with his rival Abrupt in the Drivers' Championship, 3rd and 4th. Followed by Druply and Abrupt's teammate Smoke, 5th and 6th. Watchman and Great Ace, 7th and 8th. Babadoo and Slingshot starting 9th and 10th. Gray is his teammate in Alpine. J Max starting alongside Slim. And finally at the back, we're going to have Abe, aka Dizzy, alongside Graybush in the McLaren. So yeah, super solid qualifying session there. Props to CeeLo for the first and only 145 of the session there, right at the last moment. Sniping it away from Stoney. But still, props to Stoney. Great qualifying session from him, especially since in our interview, in our little chat together, he wasn't even thinking that he was going to do that good. He thought he was going to even have trouble finishing the race. Obviously, the race is its own beast, but he's definitely shown promise on pace, that's for sure. You just got to have the consistency. He could potentially finish on the podium here tonight, or even fight for the win. A lot of these guys, though, very close. 6 146s. 2 of them Ferraris, Abrupt and Smoke. Vodka, CeeLo, Druply, and the man we were just talking about, Stoney Stewart. All 6 of these guys going to be fighting for the win tonight. Should be very exciting to watch. But before we get into that, folks, this is when the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission to prepare themselves before the full race begins, before we do 22 laps here at Spa. So I will be back in 5 minutes for the full race. Alrighty, and welcome back. Drivers just doing their quick little formation lap to set the grid before we get things underway. Let's see what everyone's running here. And no, surprise, surprise, no one's running the softs. Yeah, unless there's a very late safety car, softs are not going to come up too much tonight, I would say. Can't really take them long here at all. Everyone's starting on either the mediums or the hards and are pretty much just going to do the swap for the opposite. And they have to, I would assume. But the important thing to note is our front two are both starting on the faster tires. So CeeLo and Stoney both going to have a run at each other at the beginning. But Vodka, Abrupt, and Druply all opting for to go for the long con. The long game. Stick it out on the hards first. Who else is on the hards? Vodka's teammate Watchman, Bad Madoo, Slingshot, Slim, and Greybush all on the hards, it looks like. And who else is rocking the mediums first? We got Abrupt's teammate Smoke going on the opposite strategy of him. Great Ace on the mediums. J-Max, so both Alpines starting on the medium tire. And you have Abe Master also starting on the mediums. But pretty self-explanatory. Pretty simple strategy for tonight. Nothing too crazy. Gonna be pretty much by the book, I would imagine. What's really crazy to see is who can take the lead on this turn one. It goes pretty wide, so it'd definitely be an opportunity for Stoney to take the lead from CeeLo on the first turn. Just have to wait and see. And it's lights out and away we go here in Belgium, here at Spa. CeeLo taking off. See, Great Ace moving up a couple positions. Abrupt moving ahead. Vodka and Abrupt going side by side. Both of them trying to take the lead over one another. CeeLo running away to the front here. Stoney still staying in second. Vodka has also kept his position to Abrupt. For now, biggest moved it up there. We saw Great Ace move up ahead of Smoke there into sixth. That's huge from him. Abrupt also looking, still was trying to get ahead of Vodka, but actually ended up losing a position to Druply. So now Druply's pulled ahead of Abrupt. Moved up into fourth. Meanwhile, Abrupt's teammate, Smoke, is now in seventh. Is going to have to try to get ahead of Great Ace once again. We have to wait for that moment to shine. Meanwhile, at the back, it looks like J-Max is very close to Abe Master at the moment. But we're going to be waiting for the straightaway here for a lot of these guys to make their move on some of these guys. But we can see CeeLo and Stoney already kind of pulling ahead from the rest. Stoney already got like almost a second and a half over on Vodka already, which is crazy to see. That's just nature of this track. But there we go, like we were talking about the track limit penalties with Stoney. There we go, right away. Watchman already on the very first lap receives a free second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's gotta hurt on the very first lap, already having that issue. Let's hop back to Dizzy, see what he's doing. Watchman already picking up another time second penalty, also losing position to Bad Madoo. But there we go, Dizzy swoops right in there. Tries to pull ahead of two cars. And he does successfully. Dizzy pulls ahead of Slingshot and Watchman there. It looks like moves up into ninth. Great stuff from him. Great stuff from Abe. And now Watchman is all the way down 12th. And he already has, I believe if we check here right quick, he already has 6 seconds of time penalty. And he's only starting the second lap now. This has been a terrible turn of events for the AlphaTauri driver. He's really going to have to drive clean from here on out. He doesn't want to fall too far behind in this race. But here we go. Smoke. Just behind Great Ace, but still not able to make a move there. On the straightaway, we see Greybush, though, also moving up ahead of Watchman now into 12th, though. J-Max is now at the back. Two of our newer guys, both more than likely have not raced on Spa. Well, I remember neither of these guys have raced on Spa and PGR before. And we race with no assist and wheel only here in PGR. It is a whole different beast from anything else. It's definitely not easy, especially starting off. See Smoke still trying to get ahead of Great Ace. Both of them on the mediums, though. So right now, Great Ace is kind of holding Smoke up here, because if Smoke was past Great Ace, he might be able to make a run up to the guys on the hards, but can't really at the moment while he's still stuck behind Great Ace until DRS is enabled anyway. Not until then. Smoke playing it safe. We already have, another person with a penalty. Slingshot, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Stoney posting the fast lap of the session at the moment, the 149.8 as well. And DRS is now enabled. So this is going to be a better opportunity for some of these guys to get by. You can see Abrupt within half a second of Druply here now, coming up Rouge. He's going to have DRS. Let's see what he can do. Oh, but huge collision at the back. What's happened there? It says Watchman and J-Max, they're both still on track. They're both still fine, but who was given the penalty there? Yeah, J-Max was given a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Watchman there. Not really sure what he was doing. I mean, I didn't really catch the incident, but not really sure what happened there. Slingshot trying to take the position away from A-Master, but A-Master defends it very well. But there we go. Watchman has, it looks like Watchman has left the session now. Not sure if that was an intentional rage quit, or if after what happened there, or if he lagged out. Not really sure, but J-Max is now going to get by his Ghost. Again, that might be something that the stewards have to look at after the race. Not really sure what happened between two of them. Just said there was a collision on turn 1 there, looks like. Vodka still trying to catch up and get in range of Stoney there. Go for a move. Still just not quite getting there. Slingshot also still staying within range of Abe. Coming up to the straightaway here. We already have a yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like J-Max is still struggling at the back there. CeeLo now takes fastest lap from Stoney with the 149.4. He's already 2 seconds ahead of Stoney. It would appear. As we can see, though, someone's running a little wide there, and it looks like it was Slingshot. He's gotten ahead of Abe. And Slim has also now joined the mix as well. With Greybush coming on. Ooh! Coming up behind Slim there, trying to get ahead of him. But barely not able to make it work there. But all 4 of these guys at the back super close together now. All fighting to stay within the point positions. Here we go. Greybush in the McLaren. Goes side by side with Slim, and he makes the overtake work. And pulls ahead of Slim up into 11th there. Good stuff to Greybush in the McLaren. Jumping up here now, looks like now J-Max has received another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so he's now up to 8 seconds of time penalties in total. Smoke still behind. Ooh, we have an incident there. Bad Madu has spun out on that left-hander there coming down the hill. He's okay, though. He's still in the race, but now Bad Madu has fallen all the way back into 12th, and he's going to have to do his best to recover. But still with no time penalties, though. So, I mean, anything's possible. It's not over for him yet, doesn't look like. We can see Abe here. Now, he's in the position now. He's behind Slingshot, trying to get ahead of him. With Greybush and Slim not too far behind. All 4 of these guys duking it out. Abrupt Druply and Vodka also still pretty close as well, fighting for the podium. But right now, ooh, Greybush went for a maneuver there, tried to, oh, comes in and comes back on track and hits right into Slim, the Mercedes. Huge incident there for Greybush. Not really sure what he was doing there. He tried to make a lunge into the chicane on Dizzy. Didn't look like his brakes locked up. It looked like he tried to make a move, but was unable to pull it off. Went wide, and then as he was coming back on track, hit right into the side of Slim, which is the same thing that happened to Greybush last time we were on this track. I believe Stoney did that to him. So yeah, but there we go. Ape Master makes the move in the DRS zone, pulls ahead of Slingshot. Yellow flag's out. Looks like Badmadoo has made another mistake. He is out of the race. And now we have our first safety car of the race. And, ooh! But that's huge there. Just as the safety car comes out, Stoney Stewart receives a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's definitely going to hamper him in his fight against CeeLo for the win. But this is going to give the guys another chance to have a run at CeeLo and Stoney, potentially. Especially since their hard tires are going to be more dialed in when this, and they're going to have full ERS again once this safety car is over. But as I was saying, there we go. Our race has taken its first victim already. Badmadoo and the Alfa Romeo is out of the race. He had that first spin where he got lucky and managed to survive. But now he is crashed once again. Now he is fully out of the race. So 13 drivers remaining going into the safety car restart. And it looks like Stoney Stewart has actually opted to pit. Same thing with Drupally. Both of them looking to pit already. Changing up their strategy. See if anyone else decides to pit under the safety car. So this for the safety car restart. So CeeLo is still going to be at the front for the restart, but now Vodka is going to be right behind CeeLo, followed by the two Ferraris. And none of them have any penalties yet, whereas Stoney has that penalty. Fortunately for him. So that's going to make him have to work a lot harder. But there we go. Greybush also pulling into the pits there. Must have sustained some damage after his contact there with Slim. Huge incident for him. But yeah, very weird stuff from Greybush there in general. He tried to get, he got past Slim fair and square on the straightaway. But he was doing that thing on turn 1, which didn't work out. But then he got past Slim on the straightaway. And then, yeah, that thing there with Dizzy, with Abe on the final chicane. Yeah. Like, to brake too late and go off track, that happens. But then he came right back on and hit right into Slim. That was, wow, I wonder what Slim must be thinking right now. I mean, it seems to be okay. Slim is still going ahead. He's still doing his thing. So, who knows how this will turn out. Already 6 laps into the race. It does look like the safety car is staying out for at least one more lap. Give time for Greybush and J-Max to catch up a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see the game plan here. Especially with these guys who've opted to pit for fresh tires already. especially since they're a set of mediums, so maybe they plan on changing their strategy now to a two-stop. And are going to finish the race on the softs, maybe. Because I don't see them going to be able to take the mediums till the end of the race. Let's do a review of penalties while we're waiting for the restart. Safety car restart. Slingshot and Stoney have both gotten 3 seconds from the warnings. Looks like J-Max has managed to get rid of his 5-second one from the collision, but he still has 3 seconds from warnings, it looks like. And Watchman still has 6 seconds because he had two sets of track warning penalties. Just have to wait and see how this progresses. This could be a real power move from Drupally here on these fresh mediums. But he has to drive, he has to have a good mix of aggressiveness and passiveness here. Because you gotta at least keep the pace up to the guys, but because, you know, they are going to have to pit before him, but don't want to make a mistake either. Here we go. The safety car is coming in this lap. We're going to get things back underway. We're going to take a look at the front. See what Vodka decides to do. If he's able to make a run at CeeLo for the lead. Oh my god, goodness. Oh my god, just those coughing. Huge accident there. Huge accident there. Between, with CeeLo there. So, the race is now back underway. What a massive choke from CeeLo Racing there. Stoney Stewart picking up a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. That's a strange one. That is a strange one. Master are also picking up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but that is a really weird one for Stoney Stewart to get, ignoring yellow flags. But I guess it does happen, but that is not a common one, that's for sure. But now Vodka has taken lead of the race due to CeeLo Racing spinning out there. We were literally just about to resume the race, and then on the final turn, he ended up spinning his Williams out. So now he's all the way back in 7th, having to claw his way back up again. Now it's a battle for the lead of the race between Vodka and Abrupt, both on the hard tires. Until Abrupt really wants to get by Vodka here, try to get that clean air ahead of him, and potentially gain a little bit of a lead. But that is exactly what Abrupt wanted there. Was for something happened to CeeLo, and look what happened. CeeLo ended up spinning on that final turn there, right as we were about to get things back underway. But still not able to make anything work at the moment, as DRS is still not enabled yet. But speaking of CeeLo, like I said, he's in 7th currently behind Stoney. Though, like I said, Stoney does have those penalties, which now, due to that yellow flag, one says he has 8 seconds of penalties, which is crazy. There we go. Abe Master is now pulling into the pits. Interesting, he didn't do it during the safety car. Now Abe is pulling into the pits to get off his mediums. So that's going to put him at the back for now, until some of the other guys decide to pit. Here we go. CeeLo is going to be trying to make a move, going side by side with Stoney here on the straightaway. And can he finish it off? Yes, he does. CeeLo Racing pulls ahead of Stoney, moves up into 6th position. Good stuff to him, trying to recover after the mistake he made. But I mean, you're going to be feeling bad regardless after that. You know, going from leading the race every lap up to this point to making a mistake like that. But it does happen. That final turn is very easy to spin on. You're in such a low gear coming through there. It's very easy to spin if you're not careful and you give it too much gas. Great Ace now currently in 4th, still behind Smoke. Going to be looking to get ahead of him once again like he was earlier. But he's, somehow he's already out of ERS again, even though the safety car only, like, our race only just restarted. We're only just resumed our race, and somehow Great Ace is already out of ERS once again. If you're watching this in post, Sean, he's doing a real good job here, but this man really got to get better at managing his ERS. It's something else. He just blows through it like it's nothing. CeeLo is going to try to catch up to Droop. We have Abe Master, though, with another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Looks like Slingshot's made a mistake. He's fallen behind both his teammate and Greybush. All 3 of these guys now fighting here at the back. Great Ace has also now lost some positions as well. He's fallen down to 6th behind Drooply and CeeLo. Looks like he's starting to lose some pace on these 9-lap-old mediums. Here we go. Both Mercedes going side by side through the turn there. Slingshot gets out ahead. Pulls ahead of Slim. Thought we were having a Spa 2014 moment there for a second. Got a little scared. 12 laps to go. A lot of these guys still have not pit yet. But I'm sure we're going to see them pit shortly. Especially these guys who are on the 9-lap-old mediums. Stoney Stewart now also catching up to Great Ace since he's on the faster tires, and he got this full set of ERS. Look how much he's quickly catching up to Great Ace there. Turning in, though. Great Ace forced to go wide there. But we have another DNF. We have our second DNF of the race. I was so caught up in the moment there. Stoney going real deep on Great Ace there. Manages to pull ahead of him, moves up into 6th. But there we go. That is going to be our second DNF of the race. Abe Master in the Aston Martin is out of the race. That means 0 points for Aston Martin from this session. He is out of the race, but fortunately we're not going to have a safety car for it. Not really sure what happened to him there, honestly. It looks like he came out of the pits on the softs. Yeah, he came out of the pits on the softs, and that was it, I guess. He just couldn't handle, he made a mistake on the softs, and that was it. CeeLo Racing now picks up 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Drooply is now in 4th. He's caught up to the Ferraris. He's right behind Smoke at the moment. Top 4 guys all pretty close here, but again, Drooply, like I said, he went for that strat, hitting on the safety car. He is on the freshest tires here. Out of all these guys, Smoke having to go wide there a little bit, as you can see. Trying to close it to Smoke there, but just barely not able to. Has to back off. Here we go, coming into the turn and go side by side with Smoke. Is he able to do it here? With the Williams of CeeLo Racing right behind the 2 drivers. Drooply pulls up into 3rd. Ahead of Smoke. Smoke also has to worry about CeeLo Racing now, though, who's also going side by side with him into this 3rd sector, trying to catch. But then Stoney Stewart is right behind CeeLo Racing in the Alfa Romeo. coming up to the chicane. DRS zone incoming, but both Smoke and CeeLo are opting to pit here to get off these old mediums, and same thing with Great Ace. All three of these guys pitting, ending their stint on their medium tires. Stoney is going to go on, charge ahead. Since him and Droop already pit. While Abrupt and Vodka are still out on the 11-lap old hards. We can see Slingshot has also decided to pit to get off his hards already, and is going to his mediums to end the race now. So it looks like his teammate Slim is going to be going one more lap before he pits, at least. But now we're on board with CeeLo Racing, who's come out of the pits just right behind Smoke. Both of them on soft tires, actually, not mediums. Or sorry, not hards. And here we go. CeeLo moving up side by side with Smoke. Pulls ahead of him, gains a position. So we have 10 laps left of the race. So it looks like both of these guys, CeeLo and Smoke, are confident they can take these softs 10 laps. That's what they seem to be going for anyway. We also have Great Ace here now going side by side with his teammate J-Max. And the Alpine. Pulls ahead, moves up, though he does get a 3-second time penalty while trying to get past his teammate. So Great Ace does have 3 seconds of penalties now. And now Slingshot has come out of the pits on the fresh mediums, and he is all the way at the back now. But we can see there he manages to get ahead of Watchman's AI. Looks like Watchman's AI is still going around right now. Abrupt has now entered the pits. He's coming out on his mediums. And same thing with Slim. Slim also pitting. But Vodka is still staying out on the hards for now. Looks like he'll be going to the softs by the end of this. Looks like as well. It seems that safety car has changed everything. Wasn't expecting to see too many softs here tonight, but safety car has definitely changed it up a bit. Watchman's ghosted car also. But I swear it said that Watchman left earlier, but here we go. Smoke side by side with CeeLo. Does the same thing he did last lap, right back to him. Takes the position back. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it said that Watchman left the session, so this is the AI driving around for Watchman right now. Oh, CeeLo Racing. Rubs against the wall there a little bit, picks up another 3-second time penalty. Let's check out those penalties again. Stoney still with a full 8 seconds, and he picks up another 3-second time penalty just as we're mentioning it. Commentator's curse. Stoney with 11 seconds of penalties now. If he makes one mistake, it's going to be so easy for him to just completely fall out of it now. Stoney has to drive pretty flawlessly from here on out. We also have CeeLo has 6 seconds. Great Ace, J-Max, Slingshot all with 3 seconds. Let's take a look here. Vodka and Drooply both pulling into the pits. Vodka doing his one stop. Drooply going for his second pit stop of the race. We see CeeLo Racing. You're now still out in 7th. See where he comes up to. Where is he going to square up? Oh, we actually have a little scrap here going on. Coming out of the pits, both Vodka and Abrupt coming out of the pits. Right next to each other, both of them just behind the McLaren of Greybush, who's holding second position right now in his medium tires. But again, he's still probably going to have to pit one more time this race. Same thing with J-Max there on the 9-lap old medium. Still going to have to pit again. Greybush now joining the penalty gang with the 3-second time penalty. Almost everyone now has penalties, except for, well, 2 of them being Vodka and Abrupt here. Both of them trying to get ahead of Greybush and fight for the win. Due to the fact that Stoney has so many seconds of penalties, it's definitely possible for one of these 2 guys to snipe the win from Stoney after all the penalties he's acquired. So here we go. Can Vodka make a move on Greybush? Yes, he does. He pulls ahead of him going into the chicane. And Greybush dives into the pits to go for his final pit stop of the race. Going to come out in the soft tires, I would imagine. But here we go. Drupally has now also joined the party, fighting for the win with Abrupt and Vodka. But if any of these guys want to win, they're going to have to close that gap to Stoney. Stoney still has that gap over them. As long as Stoney has an 11-second gap to these 3 guys, he will win. So, have to see if they're able to gain time on him. Should be able to, especially since they're all on fresher tires. All these penalties are definitely going to be Stoney's downfall here, it looks like. But, goodness, just as we're spectating him, Drupally picks up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, sorry, that is his first time penalty of the race. Sorry, that is Drupally's first time penalty of the race. So now, Drupally has fallen out of contention a little bit for the win here now. It's going to make everything a lot harder on him, since Vodka and Abrupt have been driving pretty flawlessly here from beginning to end. But we're going to hold on with these guys for the moment. Wait to see how this progresses with them. With 7 laps left of the race. But no, it looks like no one else has opted to come out in the softs. They're all coming out in the mediums. Smoke and CeeLo, only 2 guys on the softs. They're going to have to go... If they want to have a good finish, they're going to have to go all the way to the end on these softs. Like I said, they're going to have to take them 10 laps. And Smoke has already given up on it. Smoke has already pulled into the pits. He's saying, no way am I going any further on these softs. It's not working out. Abrupt takes fastest lap of the race. CeeLo has not pitted yet, though. CeeLo is still staying on these softs. But yeah, unfortunately, Smoke has decided to pit again for the mediums. He only went 3 laps in those softs. So, a bit of a mistake there from Smoke. That's going to cost him, that might cost him dearly. Might cost him some positions. But maybe not. He doesn't have any penalties right now. If Smoke is able to keep it clean for the remainder of the race, he could definitely gain some positions by the end due to how many penalties everyone else has. So maybe Smoke is opting for that instead. You see Smoke now. Just came out of the pits alongside Greybush. Pulls ahead of him. Moves up into 7th. Good stuff to him. Coming back to the freeway battle at the front here. Drupally runs a little wide. Abrupt still right behind Vodka, putting all that pressure on him. He's trying to get Vodka to crack. He wants this win so badly. But all 3 of them are starting to gain that time. On Stoney, you can see last lap they were like 14 seconds away from Stoney. Now they're all like 13 seconds. Or even less away from Stoney now. You can see Vodka kind of on that borderline. Coming to this lap, they're only going to be 12 seconds away from Stoney. So like I said, all they have to do is close that gap to 11. And, like I said, this is going to be a battle for the win here. But if Drupaly's not gaining any time on these guys, like you said, that penalty is going to cost him in the end. We do have some yellow flags here at the back, though. It looks like Greybush has spun out. Has fallen all the way behind in his McLaren now. We see CeeLo Racing opting to do the same thing that Smoke did and finish the race on the mediums instead of the softs. But Abrupt actually makes a huge mistake there on that first turn and ends up having to give the position to Druply. For the moment, he's going to have to fight for it back. But now, both of them have lost all this time. Both Droop and Abrupt have lost all this time to Vodka now. So that could be a race. That one mistake from Abrupt there might end up actually costing him the win. Looked like he was putting good pressure on Vodka there. And now he's fallen all the way even behind Druply. Smoke still holding his position ahead of CeeLo in 6th right now. CeeLo Racing actually slotting himself between the two Mercedes drivers. Has decided to come out on a second set of softs. Not really sure what he's doing here. Yeah, not too sure. Really confused there how CeeLo was already on 3 or 4 laps softs, and then he pit for another set of softs, but regardless, he's going to try to claw his way back, get the most that he can. Maybe he might try to steal fastest lap from Abrupt. We'll have to see. He's still held up behind Slingshot at the moment. Waiting for a chance to get by. While we're waiting, let's take a look at our penalties here. Like we said, Stoney was still with that 11 seconds. Vodka still has a second and a half to close to Stoney if he wants that win. Druply with 3 seconds of time penalties, though, so technically Abrupt is still... That's the biggest kicker for Abrupt, is that he is still technically doing better than Druply, but he needs to get by him if he wants to make a run at Vodka, though. Here we go, CeeLo Racing looking to make a move. Goes wide along the outside there of turn 1. And pulls ahead of both Mercedes drivers. Moves up into 7th, however, CeeLo does have 6 seconds of time penalties. So he's going to have to gain a gap to these guys if he wants to keep the position over them by the end of the race. I've been up to the front here now. Druply still unable to get past Vodka. Only got 4 laps left of the race. But Vodka, like I said, is closing that gap to Stoney now. Only a half second away from closing that 11-second gap. And making the penalty count there. Oh, we have an exchange of fastest laps between Vodka and Druply too. Druply posting fastest lap at the 148.9 on the 5-lap old mediums. Both Mercedes have started to fall behind CeeLo. But as long as Slingshot and Slim stay within a certain range of CeeLo, they'll still hold their positions over him, though, by the end. So we'll wait and see how that turns out with them with their penalties. Back to Slim here now. Him and his teammate going up a Rouge. He does have no time penalties. His teammate has the time penalty. He wants to get clear of his teammate, but still unable to close that gap. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Huge error. The other Alfa Romeo of Stoney Stewart has made a mistake. And like we said, the race win was already out of his hands. He had already lost the gap for the win as soon as Vodka closed that gap, but he must have been pushing too hard. Yeah, and there you go. Stoney goes wide off track once again there. He's now fallen all the way behind to 4th, and he still has 11 seconds of time penalties. Great Ace now picking up his second 3-second time penalty of the race there now. What is going on back here? Great Ace has also spun out in the Alpine. Guys making huge mistakes here now from Stoney and Great Ace. Stoney being forced to pit, and Stoney retires from the race in the pit lane. That is it for Stoney Stewart. He has retired from the race completely. I'm not really sure why Stoney decided to do that. I guess maybe his damage was too bad to continue, but like, there's only a couple laps left of the race. He still probably could have finished in the points, but regardless, now we have a battle for the win here between these top guys. Druply going side by side with Vodka, fighting for the race lead. 3 laps to go. Druply takes lead of the race away from Vodka, though Druply still does have that 3-second time penalty, though. So he's going to have to make time to Vodka if he wants to win this race and get his first win in PGR. Not to mention, Abrupt is right behind Vodka now. Right now, Vodka is still technically in the winning position as long as he stays within 3 seconds of Druply. So all Abrupt has to do if he wants to win is get past Vodka. Same thing. We have to hold on and see who's going to come out on top here, especially now. Great camera angles, EA. J-Max, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane and pits. Looks like that's going to be the end of J-Max's race. Looks like he might even finish beneath Watchman's AI. Still, Abrupt is going to have 2 laps left if he wants to get ahead of Vodka and take the win from him. Druply setting another fastest lap, pretty similar to his last one. 2 laps to go. Like I said, Great Ace made that mistake as well, so he's now fallen down with 6 seconds of time penalties. Oh, but we have another DNF from the race. Greybush has lost it on that turn there down at the beginning of the 3rd sector, and now Greybush is out of the race. He already made lots of errors tonight. Like I said, he had the accident earlier with Slim, and now he's completely out of the race, so unfortunately, Greybush's first race in the McLaren ends in a DNF for him. That's going to be no points for McLaren tonight as well. Rough one for them. Wow, wow, wow. So we already have 4 DNFs, less than 2 laps to go. And it says Smoke has left the session? What's going on? 2 laps to go, and now it says that Smoke has left the session. When he's in a solid points finish here in 4th. What's going on? Now it says Smoke has left the session. Unbelievable. But if this continues, now due to Greybush's DNF, J-Max will finish in the points if he's able to finish it off here, but really unsure what's going on with Smoke, why he lagged out there. Definitely some connection issues there for Smoke. There's only a lap to go. Hopefully he's able to get back in. CeeLo Racing, 3-second time penalty again for multiple warnings. Let's take a look at those penalties coming up to the end of the race here now. CeeLo with 9 seconds, so Great Ace not within range of that because he has his own 6 seconds, but Great Ace has to, unfortunately, is in range of both Mercedes behind him due to his spin there. That spin definitely costing Great Ace there. So right now, Great Ace looking like he's going to have an 8th place finish after penalties here. On the final lap of the race. Here we go, Smoke. Currently now even has dropped a place to CeeLo Racing now that he's lagged out. He's all the way down 5th. And his AI is pitting! Oh my goodness, and his AI is pitting. Why would his AI pit again? Oh, that's going to be it for Smoke. He's going to drop all the way down. Wow, his AI decided to pit on the final lap of the race. What a troll. What an absolute troll there. Poor Smoke. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Here we go, final lap of the race. Vodka and Abrupt still both have managed to stay within time of Druply. However, Abrupt has not been able to pull ahead of Vodka this entire time at all. So right now Vodka is still holding the winning position. Coming into the final sector here now of the race. See, he takes the win. Like I said, Slingshot's in time to Great Ace, so him and his teammate Slim are definitely going to gain the positions there. I believe it might have just said that Smoke rejoined. Now out in 8th on his old 4-lap softs. So unfortunate for Smoke there. I can't believe the AI decided to pit him there. Like, that was so unbelievable. Here we go, coming up to across the line. Drupally crosses the line, but Vodka and Abrupt are right behind him. So that means that Vodka Victory is going to be your race winner tonight. Followed by Abrupt and Drupally, the usual suspects on the podium with him. So Vodka is still going to hold the lead in the Drivers' Championship. He defends it tonight, especially due to CeeLo's error. But now, here we go. Everyone else is going to cross the line, so we know what our podium is. Let's see where everyone else crosses here. Let's check this out. See where everyone else finishes due to their penalties and whatnot. Great Ace crosses the line. Both Mercedes cross the line and pull ahead of Great Ace, like I said. So Great Ace losing 2 positions there at the end to the Mercedes. So that's going to be a 5th place finish for Slim, it looks like. 5th place finish for Slim. Definitely one of his best drives of the season so far, I have to say. Almost everyone around him had penalties and he didn't. Game gives him driver of the day. I'll make my decision when we see the standings at the end here, but yeah, congrats to Vodka, Abrupt, and Drupally coming out on the podium once again. Tight fight for the win there between the 3 of them. Drupally would have had his first win here tonight, but he picked up that free second time penalty and that ended up costing him. And unfortunately for Abrupt, he just wasn't able to close the gap to Vodka the entire time. So let's take a look at the standings here now. You can see CeeLo did finish in 4th. Even after everything that happened to him, he did finish in 4th. Though he wouldn't. He would have finished in 5th if what happened to Smoke hadn't happened. That was such a shame. Smoke still finishing in the points, though. Finishes in 8th, but very unfortunate what happened to Smoke there. But solid performance for Mercedes. Both drivers 5th and 6th. Great drives from the 2 of them. Great Ace finishing in 7th. Would have finished a bit higher, but he made that error, spun out, which cost him several positions by the end. And it looks like we have Watchman and J-Max finishing 9th and 10th, both of them getting their first points in PGR. Again, at least J-Max's for sure. That's definitely J-Max's first point in PGR. Not really sure what the verdict is going to be on Watchman. It looked to me like he was ghosted out the entire race. But so many people retired that his AI still finished in the points. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, unfortunately things did not go well tonight for Alfa Romeo at all. Both drivers DNFing, Abe Master DNFing, and Greybush DNFing there near the end in the McLaren. But before we wrap things up for tonight, let's get our podium in here for a quick podium interview. Hello, gentlemen.
Yo.
Yo. So
Nice to talk to you again.
yeah, good little scrap there between at the end there between the 3 of you guys. All fighting for the win there. We'll start off with Vodka, man. Good stuff, keeping that gap to Drupally the whole time. What did you find to be the trickiest part about that race there tonight?
Well, I kind of went back and watched last season's stream and saw that everybody either struggled or got time penalties. So I just put my head down and raced my clean race, and I really did not worry about anyone. I was just worried about where I was at and what I'm trying to do, and that was about it. I pushed people, they spun, and then I kept people behind me with my battery strategy. And I mean, I guess it paid off. Druply got his 3-second penalty, so I didn't worry about really defending too much. I just wanted to stay within that gap, and that's where we are.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Another win for you. You still lead the drivers now after this. Going forward, we have Singapore next weekend. Is that a track you're looking forward to at all? I mean, you won there last time.
Oh yeah, I love Singapore.
Hell yeah, well, that'll be exciting to see what you can do there. That's going to be a really tricky track. But Abrupt, congrats to you too there, man. You coming out in second there. Unfortunately, just...
Thank you. Thank you.
why do you think you struggled to get ahead of Vodka there? What was keeping you from closing that space?
It's the dirty air here, man. Every time I got close to him, the car would it just didn't handle right. Couldn't get around the corner at top speed the way I wanted to.
Yeah, man, but once again, you're the second place king here this season, man. Still super consistent from you, though. You and Vodka, no penalties here tonight. Great driving from the two of you, I gotta say. And
Thank you.
now, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate what happened to your teammate there. That was really sad. He DC'd there on the second last lap, and while he was DC'd, the AI decided to pit him on the final lap.
I think he was disconnected longer than that, 'cause he said he was behind me the whole time, and he placed in 8th. So.
Yeah, so there was definitely some internet issues there, because it said for me that Watchman was also DC'd the entire race.
Yeah, he left like pretty quick.
Yeah, he left right off the bat. Seemed like second or third lap.
Yeah, so there's definitely some network issues tonight for some guys. Unfortunately, kind of screwed them over. But I mean, he still finished in the points. That's still a double points finish for Ferrari. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. You and Smoke think that you're gonna be able to take that constructors?
I'm hoping so. I mean, we're still chasing Vodka here, so you know,
The lone AlphaTauri.
if the other damage issues were on, if we had engine failures or something like that, that might help. No, I don't think nobody's ready for the simulation mode yet.
Nah, exactly. If it was like real life, we'd have a smoking AlphaTauri retiring off track like every other race. But
yeah.
But Druply, man, we can't forget about you. Shame you picked up that penalty, because otherwise it would have been your first win. But how'd you feel about your drive overall, man?
Man, the first stint on those hards, that's why I pitted early for the mediums. I had no front grip, like just could not get the car to turn in. And then, hell, once I put the mediums on, I turned in too much and got a 3-second penalty. It was pretty bad. Like, I was worried about going wide the entire race, picking up penalties from the turns that sling you out wide, going off there, and I picked up a penalty by turning in too soon. But it is what it is. What could have been.
What could have been. But hey, man.
Like Vodka said, though, I don't think he would have. I think he would have defended a little harder on me if it wasn't for my penalty. So it still would have been a tough scrap to get past him at the end there either way. My tires, I've been pushing the hell out of them just to get around Abrupt. And then once I did get past Vodka, I done pushed them too much. I couldn't. Every time I try to push to build the gap up, I just end up making a mistake, and they get right back in the 3 seconds. Like, well, he never got out the 3-second zone, but they closed up what little gap I did make.
Yeah, no, man.
Pretty fun race overall.
Yeah.
I ain't complaining, especially after last week. And I'll take what I got. Good race, boys. That was pretty fun there at the end, us three. I must say.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely
You also
having
had a
fun.
great time, man. Yes, I did. And thank you, Muse, for commentating and streaming and all that. It's nice.
Yeah, and that was a really good race, fellas. And I just guys go. I know we kind of always breeze it over every weekend, like, haha, Vodka, wins or whatever. But no, seriously, Vodka, congrats, man. I know you've struggled here in the past in PGR, so nice to see you finally win a race here at Spa.
Appreciate it, man. I usually hate this place.
but it worked out for you this time. But anyways, guys, I've been the host.
You don't like the
Sidonian.
second sector, do you?
I don't like any of it.
I can tell in the sectors, right after the straight in the first sector.
Alright, guys.
Before we,
Have a good night.
Yes,
yep, night.
I've been the host, Sidonian
It's
Muse.
rough.
Next weekend, same time, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be racing at Singapore. So don't miss that. Like I said, we'll see you guys next Saturday.
See you next week, man. Hopefully I'll be here again. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
See you, Muse.